Welcome to English Story Time. Today's story will help you practice your English listening skills. Listen carefully to learn useful words and improve your understanding. If you enjoy learning with stories, smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more English adventures. The Dog Who Waited Every Day. In a small town called Greenhill, England, there is a train station. Every day at 5 o'clock, a brown dog sits near the third bench. His fur is dirty, and his eyes look sad. The dog watches the trains come and go. People walk past him with bags and newspapers. The dog's tail does not wag. He waits and waits. Mrs. Ellis works in the station cafe. She sees the dog every evening. One day, she brings water. The dog drinks slowly. "Good boy," she says. She puts a biscuit near him. The dog smells it but does not eat. "Where is your home?" she asks. The dog looks at the train tracks. A man in a blue hat walks by. The dog's ears lift, then drop. Mrs. Ellis sighs. At 6 o'clock, the dog walks away. His paws make soft sounds on the wet stones. He goes down Oak Street. The next day, same time, same bench, same waiting. A girl named Sophie buys juice at the cafe. She wears a red school dress. "Look, Mrs. Ellis. A dog." Sophie points. "Yes. He comes every day," Mrs. Ellis says. Sophie sits on the bench. "Hello, doggy," she whispers. The dog turns his head. His eyes meet hers. Sophie sees something sad in them. "What's his name?" she asks. "Some call him Train Buddy." A train horn blows. The dog jumps up. People rush out of the train. The dog runs to the crowd. He smells shoes, looks at faces. A woman almost falls. "Go away!" she shouts. The dog's tail goes down. He goes back to the bench. "He's looking for someone," Mrs. Ellis says. Sophie watches the dog lick his paw. Who? Maybe his owner. That night, Sophie thinks about the dog. She draws a picture in her notebook, a brown dog with sad eyes. Under it, she writes, "Train Buddy needs help." The next day, Sophie brings her friend Tom. "See? He's always here," she says. Tom throws a stick. The dog doesn't move. "Maybe he's sad inside," Tom says. Mrs. Ellis brings more biscuits. "Eat, little one," she says. The dog closes his eyes. Rain starts to fall. The dog's fur gets wet, but he stays. Sophie feels sad. She takes off her scarf and puts it near him. The dog smells the scarf. His tail moves a little. Sophie smiles. But when she touches him, he moves back. "It's okay," she says. "We can wait together." The station clock rings 6 times. The dog stands up. He looks at the tracks. Then he walks into the rain. Sophie watches him go. "Tomorrow," she whispers. "I'll bring food tomorrow." Weeks turn into months, but Train Buddy's routine never changes. Every day at 5 o'clock, he walks slowly down Oak Street. He passes Mr. Patel's grocery store, where the smell of fresh bread fills the air. The dog stops for a moment, his nose twitching, then continues to the train station. He sits by the same bench, his eyes watching the tracks. The station clock ticks loudly. People start to recognize him. Mr. Carter, the postman, waves every afternoon. "Still waiting, friend?" he says kindly. The dog's ears move slightly, but he keeps staring at the trains. The big train from London arrives. Train Buddy stands up straight. His tail becomes stiff. People rush out. Men in black coats, women with shopping bags, children holding hands. The dog walks through the crowd, sniffing shoes, looking up at faces. Sometimes he follows someone for 3 steps, then stops. His head drops low. Mrs. Ellis watches from her cafe window. She cuts a sausage into small pieces. "Here, boy," she calls, placing the food near his paws. The dog licks the meat slowly but leaves most of it. Children from Green Hill School start bringing gifts. A girl named Lucy leaves a shiny red ball. "Play with me," she begs. The dog sniffs the ball but doesn't touch it. On rainy days, old Mr. Clark from the newsstand holds his umbrella over the dog. "You'll get sick," he mutters. The dog leans gently against Mr. Clark's leg for a moment, his way of saying thank you. Summer turns to autumn. Orange leaves stick to the dog's fur. A boy named Jake sits next to him every Tuesday after football practice. He eats cheese sandwiches and shares the crust. "You're my friend," Jake says. The dog's tail thumps the ground once. Winter comes with heavy snow. Train Buddy shakes ice from his paws but keeps his watch. Mrs. Ellis brings out an old blue blanket. "This will keep you warm," she says, wrapping it around him. The dog licks her wrinkled hand, the first time he does this. Spring brings yellow flowers near the bench. The town helps more now. Ms. Green, the florist, leaves fresh water by her stall every morning. The school nurse checks the dog's paws for cuts. Even strict Mr. Davies, the station manager, leaves the waiting room door open on cold nights. But every evening at 6, Train Buddy leaves. He walks past the library, turns left at the park gate, and disappears. One night, a curious boy named Tom follows him. He sees the dog enter an old shed behind the church. Inside is a faded red sweater on the floor. The dog curls up on it, tucking his nose under his tail. Tom runs home with tears in his eyes. He's keeping his owner's smell safe. He tells his sister. The next day, the sister brings a soft teddy bear from her room. She places it gently in the shed. Train Buddy stares at the bear, then pushes it close to the sweater with his nose. Still, every sunset, he returns to the station. The town watches him with soft hearts. They don't know his real name, but they know his love. And every day at 5 o'clock, Green Hill Station holds its breath, just in case today is the day hope wins. A girl named Anna walks home from school. She sees a brown dog at the train station every day. The dog sits by a bench, watching the trains. Anna asks her father, "Why does the dog come here?" Her father says, "Maybe he likes trains." But Anna isn't sure. The next day, she talks to Mrs. Ellis at the station cafe. "Why doesn't the dog go home?" Anna asks. Mrs. Ellis looks sad. "I think his owner is gone." Anna's eyes get big. "Gone where?" Mrs. Ellis shakes her head. Anna decides to find answers. She asks Mr. Clark at the newsstand, "Do you know this dog?" Mr. Clark nods. His owner was an old man. They came here every morning. Then, the man stopped coming. Anna feels her throat tighten. She goes to the library. The librarian helps her find old newspapers. They find a photo of the old man with the dog. The newspaper says, "Mr. Thomas Wilson passed away last year." Anna runs back to the station. She sits by the dog. "Your owner. He can't come back." The dog licks her hand. Anna cries but smiles too. "We'll be your friends now." The dog puts his head on her lap. People watch. Some take photos. Mrs. Ellis brings milk for the dog. Anna stays until the station lights turn on. That night, Anna draws a picture of the dog and Mr. Wilson. She writes under it, "Love never leaves." Anna sits on the cold station bench, her mittens clutching a cheese sandwich. The brown dog sniffs the air but doesn't beg. She notices something under his thick fur, a worn leather collar. Anna brushes snow off it. Faded letters spell Benny. "Your name is Benny." She gasps. The dog's ears twitch. Mr. Clark looks up from his newsstand. "Ah, you found his name. Mr. Wilson called him that. They were always together." Anna's eyes widen. "Where did Mr. Wilson live?" Mr. Clark points down Oak Street. "Third house with red roses." Anna runs past the bakery, her boots crunching snow. She stops at a small blue house. Roses climb the fence, frozen in winter. A neighbor shovels snow. "Mr. Wilson planted those roses for his wife," she says. "After she died, Benny never left his side." Anna spots something in the icy garden, a dirty tennis ball. She picks it up. "Benny. Look." Back at the station, Anna throws the ball. Benny's legs move fast, like he's young again. He catches it gently, tail wagging. Mrs. Ellis claps from her cafe. He remembers. Mr. Carter the postman stops his bicycle. Mr. Wilson threw that ball every afternoon at p.m. Like clockwork. The next day, Anna waits at p.m. She throws the ball. Benny fetches it 3 times before lying down, panting happily. Mrs. Green from the flower stall waves Anna over. "Found this cleaning my shed." She hands Anna a photo. It shows Mr. Wilson in a wool hat, laughing as Benny jumps for the ball. Anna's hands shake. She tapes the photo to the back of the bench. Benny sniffs it, whines, then rests his chin on the picture. That night, Anna doesn't go home. She sits with Benny under the station clock. Stars twinkle above. "He loved you so much," she whispers. Benny licks her mitten. A train whistles in the distance. Somewhere, roses sleep under snow, waiting for spring. Somewhere, an old ball sits in a garden, full of memories. And somewhere, a girl and a dog keep love alive with every thrown ball, every shared sandwich, every story told at a chilly train station. Anna's breath makes little clouds in the cold air as she runs up the library steps. The big wooden doors creak open. Inside, warm lights glow like gold. A lady with a green scarf looks up from her desk. "Hello. Need help finding a book?" Anna shakes her head. "I need old newspapers. About someone." The lady stands up. "Follow me, detective." They go down a spiral staircase. The basement smells like dust and history. Big machines with reels sit on tables. "Microfilm readers," the lady explains. "Let's find November last year." Anna spins a handle. The machine whirs. Black and white pages fly by, weather reports, football scores. Suddenly, she stops. There's a small photo of a man with a dog. "Mr. Wilson." The words under it make her stomach hurt. "Passed away peacefully at home." Anna's tears drip onto the glass. The lady, Mrs. Porter, her name tag says, hands her a tissue. Was he family? No. But his dog waits at the station every day. Mrs. Porter's eyes get shiny. "Let's make a copy." Upstairs, the photocopier buzzes. Anna folds the paper carefully. Outside, snow falls like feathers. She runs past Mr. Patel's shop. "Found what you needed." He calls. Anna shows him the copy. Ah, Mr. Wilson. Bought milk here every Friday. At the station, Benny lies on his blanket. Snow covers his back. Look, Benny. Anna holds up the photo. The dog's nose touches the paper. He whines softly, then licks Mr. Wilson's face in the picture. Mrs. Ellis brings 2 mugs of cocoa. You've solved the mystery, love. That night, Anna uses her art box. She glues the photo to cardboard, covers it with clear plastic. Her little brother Tom gives her glitter. For sparkles, he says. The next morning, Anna ties the protected photo to the bench with red ribbon. A tourist takes a picture. Is this a famous dog? She asks. The most famous, Anna says. Benny sits straighter, like he knows he's loved. Days later, Mrs. Porter adds a new sign in the library basement, local history help here. She keeps extra copies of Mr. Wilson's article. And in a small blue house, wild roses sleep under snow, waiting to bloom again for the dog who never forgets. The winter wind whistles through Green Hill Station, making Anna's nose turn red. She sits close to Benny on their bench, the photo of Mr. Wilson trembling in her mittens. Benny, she says, her breath visible in the cold air. Mr. Wilson. He's gone. The dog's brown eyes lock onto the photo. His tail, usually still, gives one small thump against the wood. Mrs. Ellis wipes her hands on her apron inside the warm cafe. She watches through foggy glass as Anna's shoulders shake. Soon, she comes out with 2 steaming mugs. Hot chocolate for you, water for Benny, she says. The dog sniffs the water but doesn't drink. Across the street, Mr. Patel steps out of his grocery shop. Everything all right? He calls. Anna holds up the newspaper copy. Mr. Patel jogs over, his boots crunching snow. He reads silently, then sighs. Ah, poor lad. He hurries back and returns with a warm sausage roll. Benny sniffs it but leaves it untouched. By afternoon, the station feels quieter. Children from Park School walk by after class. A girl named Lucy tugs her teacher's sleeve. Can we draw pictures for Benny? Soon, colorful papers cover the bench, a man throwing a ball, a dog with a wagging tail. Anna's little brother Tom builds a snowman nearby. He sticks twigs in its sides and a paper heart that reads Benny's friend. As the sun dips, orange light paints the tracks. Anna stays beside Benny, her scarf wrapped around them both. Mrs. Ellis brings a lantern. He needs time, she says gently. The station clock bongs 6 times. Benny stands slowly, his joints stiff. Instead of walking down Oak Street alone, he pauses and looks back at Anna. Together, they trudge through fresh snow to Mr. Wilson's house. Benny sniffs the frozen rose bushes, now bare. Anna spots something glinting, an old silver whistle half buried in ice. She blows it softly. Benny's ears perk up. He trots over, takes the whistle gently, and drops it into Anna's palm. Tears freeze on her cheeks. Back at the station, Anna ties the whistle to Benny's collar. The next morning, the bench sits empty. Anna's heart races until she sees paw prints leading to the cafe. Inside, Benny lies by the crackling heater. Mrs. Ellis fries eggs. Scratch my door at sunrise, she says. Anna kneels, burying her face in Benny's fur. Outside, Mr. Clark tapes the newspaper copy in his newsstand window. Passengers pause to read it. A man in a trench coat buys an extra biscuit. For the loyal one, he says. Though Benny still visits the station at 5, he now leaves when Anna calls. The truth left a wound, but the town stitches it closed with warm blankets, shared sandwiches, and drawings that say what words cannot. And in a quiet garden, silver roses sleep under snow, waiting to bloom again for the girl and the dog who carry love forward. The station glows under soft snowflakes. Sarah kneels beside Benny, her blue mittens holding a bright red leash. "My house has a big garden," she says. "You can play every day." Benny sniffs the leash but stays on the bench. Mrs. Ellis watches from her cafe window. She comes out with a sausage roll. "Try this, love. Maybe he'll follow the smell." Benny eats the treat but doesn't move. That night, Sarah's father hammers nails into wood. They build a small house near the third bench. "We'll line it with your old blankets," he says. But when morning comes, Benny sleeps on the cold bench instead. Days pass. Sarah brings Benny's favorite tennis ball. "Fetch," she calls. Benny runs, brings it back twice, then stares at the train. One frosty afternoon, Mr. Clark tapes a photo inside the wooden house, Mr. Wilson laughing with Benny at the park. Benny steps inside, sniffs the photo, and lies down. Sarah jumps. He likes it. But at 5 o'clock, Benny still walks to the bench. Winter bites harder. The town helps, Mrs. Green knits a green sweater with bone patterns. Tom's father fixes the roof. Mr. Patel brings a heated bowl so Benny's water doesn't freeze. Sarah tries again. "Please, Benny. My mom makes chicken soup." She holds out a piece of cooked chicken. Benny takes it gently but stays. On Christmas Eve, Sarah sits shivering with Benny. Snow covers the tracks like white sugar. Mrs. Ellis brings mince pies. "Some hearts need time," she whispers. That night, Sarah has an idea. She runs to the library and borrows Mr. Wilson's old scarf from the history box. She spreads it inside the wooden house. Benny sniffs deeply, circles 3 times, and settles. The next morning, the town gasps. The house now has a hand-painted sign, "Benny's Home." Visitors welcome AM, PM. Sarah adds a mailbox. Children drop drawings, a stick figure Mr. Wilson, Benny with a wagging tail. Tourists take photos. Benny still watches every train, but now he has a door to block the wind. One sunny afternoon, Sarah finds him sleeping in the house at noon, a first. She sits quietly, reading Charlotte's Web. When Benny wakes, he licks her hand. The station becomes his home, not warm like a kitchen, but full of mittens left by visitors, squeaky toys, and love. And every evening at 5, when Benny watches the trains, Sarah watches too. Together, they keep the memory alive while building new ones, one tennis ball throw at a time. Winter mornings start with steam from Mr. Patel's shop. He carries a metal bowl across Oak Street every day. "Fresh chicken stew, Benny," he calls. The dog wags his tail once, his new way of saying thank you. Mrs. Ellis knits by her cafe window. Click-clack go her needles. She makes a red scarf to match her curtains. "So passengers know you're special," she tells Benny, tying it gently. Children from Oak School create a rota. Lucy brings bone-shaped biscuits on Mondays. Tom brings a squeaky ball every Thursday. The balls pile up in Benny's house. Station manager Mr. Davies stops frowning. He nails a wooden sign to Benny's roof. "Green Hills friend, please be kind." One icy day, the school nurse visits. She checks Benny's paws under the heater's glow. "No cuts," she tells Sarah. "But trim his nails monthly." Sarah's dad builds a sloped roof over the bench. Now Benny watches trains dry, even in rain. February th brings surprises. Mrs. Green's flower stall gives Benny a giant cookie shaped like a bone. Mr. Clark hangs framed photos in his newsstand. Benny playing, Benny sleeping, Benny wearing his red scarf. The local paper's headline shouts, "Loyal dog wins hearts." That evening, magic happens. Benny takes his dirtiest tennis ball and drops it at Sarah's boots. "You want to play?" she squeals. They chase the ball past the ticket gates, Benny's scarf flying. People clap from warm seats inside. Spring arrives with paint cans. The town turns Benny's house sunshine yellow. Mrs. Ellis plants daisies and old tea tins around it. Tourists drop notes in a glass jar. "Benny licked my hand. Best dog in England." Rainy Tuesday changes everything. At 5 o'clock, Benny isn't on the bench. Sarah finds him in his house, paw over Mr. Wilson's photo. She sits cross-legged on the floor. "You're home," she whispers. Outside, the London train whistles. Somewhere, roses bloom on a quiet grave. Somewhere, a town's love becomes legend. And every day at p.m., when the train doors open, Benny still looks, but now his tail wags for the living too. 2 summers later, Benny's steps grow slower. His once bright eyes turn cloudy, and he naps more in his yellow house. Sarah, now taller, sits with him every afternoon. One warm day, she brings chicken soup. "Benny?" she whispers, stroking his gray muzzle. His chest doesn't move. Mrs. Ellis runs from her cafe, apron flapping. "Mr. Patel, call the vet." The grocer's hands shake as he dials. The vet arrives in a blue van. She listens with her stethoscope. "He left us in his sleep," she says softly. Sarah's tears fall on Benny's red scarf. The station clock stops ticking for a minute. That evening, the whole town gathers. Mr. Clark brings candles in glass jars. Lucy carries Benny's chewed tennis ball. They cover his house with flowers, white roses from Mr. Wilson's garden, yellow daisies from Mrs. Ellis' window boxes. The next morning, trains pause for 1 hour. People stand on the platform, sharing memories. "He stole my sausage roll once," laughs Mr. Patel, wiping his eyes. "He slept on my feet during a storm," says Tom. Sarah places Benny's collar on the bench. The leather is worn, the name tag faded. That night, the town council meets in the library. Mrs. Green suggests, "Let's build something permanent." Lucy's father draws a picture, a dog facing the tracks. By summer, a bronze statue stands by the third bench. Its head turns toward the trains, tail curved in a forever wag. Sarah hangs Benny's collar around its neck. Tourists rub the statue's nose for good luck. Years pass. New children leave squeaky toys. Old men share sandwiches with the bronze dog. One autumn afternoon, 16-year-old Sarah pushes a stroller to the station. Her baby sister points. "That's Benny," Sarah says, touching the cold metal. "He taught us that love never ends." Wind chimes tinkle on Benny's empty house. Somewhere beyond the tracks, an old man throws a ball in endless fields. Somewhere, a town keeps a promise, to remember, to care, to love beyond goodbyes. The bronze statue of Benny glows golden in the afternoon sun. Sarah visits every Thursday with her little brother Jake. "See this collar?" she says, lifting the worn leather tag. "Benny waited here every day because true love doesn't know how to end." Jake traces the letters BENNY with his small finger. Mr. Patel arranges fresh daisies around the statue's base. "Best friend a shopkeeper ever had," He tells a tourist taking photos. Mrs. Ellis polishes the brass plaque daily. Forever our faithful friend, it reads. Visitors come all day. A girl named Mia leaves a bright blue ball. For your games in heaven, she whispers, kissing the statue's nose. At sunset, the town gathers for the statue's first birthday. Mr. Clark tells stories under string lights. Remember when Benny stole the mayor's ham sandwich? Laughter mixes with sniffles. Kids sit cross-legged, eyes wide. Sarah places a folded note in the statue's mailbox. Dear Benny, Jake took his first steps here today. He held your paw for balance. The station clock chimes 6 times. A warm breeze swirls cherry blossoms around Benny's metal feet. Old Mr. Wilson's roses bloom nearby, red petals brushing the plaque. Nights now feel softer. The station cleaner, Mr. Brown, leaves a nightlight in Benny's house. So you're never in the dark, he murmurs. Seasons change. Winter coats the statue in snow scarves knit by Mrs. Green. Spring brings rainbows of chalk drawings from school children. One summer evening, a man in a train conductor's hat pauses. He places a tiny train whistle by the statue. For the journeys you watch over, he says. Years pass. New babies hear Benny's story with their first words. Teens sit exams on the bench, patting the statue for luck. Sarah, now grown, brings her daughter. This is Benny, she says. He taught us that love outlasts goodbyes. The station clock ticks on. Every day at p.m., when the London train arrives, the statue's shadow stretches long toward the tracks, a loyal shape against the orange sunset, watching over arrivals and departures. And in quiet moments, if you listen closely, the wind carries the faint jingle of a collar and the happy pant of a dog running in fields where time stands still. How many new English words did you learn today? Share your favorite one in the comments below. If you enjoyed practicing your listening skills with Benny's story, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to English Storytime for more heartwarming lessons. Happy learning, friends!